What is up, guys? Hey, thank you for stopping by the MMA channel. I'm going to talk about some, Israel Adesanya claiming racism, Alex Pereira creating a superhuman, Bo Nickal calling out Fluffy Hernandez, Masvidal, and more. So hang in there, guys. Subscribe, because it really helps the channel, and I'm trying to grow this thing. But let's get into this.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
Arman Tsarukyan. Is there a dumber guy in the UFC? I don't think so. One, he punched a fan on the way to the cage. And now I had talked about this in the past and said, hey, if the guy hit him or did anything or touched him, it's fair game. Turns out, you know what the fan did? Flipped him the bird. Really? That's what you justify. He went after that fan, and if you watch the walkout, he almost went after another one that clearly was a little distance from him, but luckily security was kind of onto this. They're like, this guy's an idiot, and grabbed him. This cannot be tolerated. You cannot do this. I don't care that they're fighters and they do wild stuff. This is unacceptable. Do not punch fans, period. Don't punch fans. You can't touch the ref. You can't hold chokes too long. You can't bite. And you can't punch fans. These are things that are just unacceptable. Why he's not getting any repercussions for this is beyond me. The fan said he's not going to sue, but he wants tickets. I totally agree. I mean, that's easy. Like, give him tickets to Chandler McGregor, but the real problem isn't the fan. But while I don't, it's probably not the nicest thing to flip a guy off from 3 feet away, still doesn't justify what Arman did. And to make his night even worse, I thought he lost. A lot of you guys don't agree with me. I thought he lost to Charles. Then they offered him a title shot against Islam. These are the rarest thing in this sport. If you turn one down, you may never get one again. And he turned it down. So Dustin Poirier is fighting Islam Makhachev for the title. It remains to be seen. Will Arman ever get back there again? He's probably going to have to fight one more time before he gets a title shot. Does he win that fight? Either way, you don't pass these up when they're there. And if he's injured, that's fine. I get it. But he said he's not really injured. He just wants to rest. I'm sorry. It's just a decision that you have to take it at that point. That's how John Jones got his first shot. That's how a lot of guys get their first shot. And you take it when it's available and you dare to be great. Jamal Hill took this on short notice. I mean, it wasn't the longest notice and he wasn't ready. But I commend Jamal Hill for taking the shot that he did. Because had he not taken it, who knows if he would have got it again. You just have to take them when they're there. And if you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. But the promotion does appreciate when you go for it. And they also remember when you turn them down. So Arman, not only did you punch a fan, you might have pissed off your boss. Shout out to Cody Garbrandt. He fought his ass off. And he was beyond transparent when he talked about his vertigo issues and how he was up all night after the fight spinning. I worry about Cody Garbrandt and his issues because he's had a lot of concussions, and I don't know how you fix that. People were saying it was stupid and it was making no, he's just being transparent, and I appreciate it. And I'm a huge Cody Garbrandt fan. He fought his ass off until he got choked out. The dude's a savage, and he ran into a really badass dude. Figueiredo looks amazing at 135. And he'll get up there in that title mix. Will he get it? I don't know, but he'll be right there in the mix. The guy's an absolute beast. So Bo Nickal is calling out Fluffy Hernandez. Come on. Yeah, Alexander Fluffy Hernandez. He's ranked like 13, so he's got a number by his name. So that's why Bo probably called him out. Guess what, Bo? He's got to fight. He's got to fight at 302. Why are you calling out a guy that isn't even available? If you're going to call a guy out that isn't available, why don't you call out Chimaev? Chimaev's only ranked number 11. That's only 2 steps up. So what's the deal? Like, if you're going to call out guys who are already busy, then call out the guy that we all really want to see you fight. I like the Fluffy Hernandez fight. It's good. It's a step up for Bo. I would rather see him fight RoboCop. Gregory Rodriguez. There's a fight. Gregory doesn't have a number by his name, so he's probably not going to get called out. That's a fight. He should have a number by his name. His last fight, He beat up Brad Tavares. I don't know how you can beat Brad Tavares and not get a ranking. Brad has been a staple in that middleweight division for a long time and has some big wins. And he's fought Israel. He's fought Adesanya, Weidman. I mean, he's fought everybody. He was the guy that welcomed Dricus du Plessis to the. I mean, he has fought the best of the best. And I think RoboCop at 32 years of age, he's on that path. He just needs a couple more wins to get right up there in that talk. But it's so hard when there's so many good guys at 185. Brendan Allen. I mean, Chris Curtis with that loss dropped to 15. He easily, with a win over Brendan Allen, could have been up near the title picture. It's crazy, that 185-pound division. People talk about the 155-pound division being the deepest. I beg to differ. I think 185 might be the deepest division in this sport. So I was so disappointed to hear Jorge Masvidal. I'm a big Jorge Masvidal fan. I like watching his career. I was disappointed when he did the punch outside the restaurant. I'm like, come on, man. Like, it's Colby. I get it. He probably deserved it, but just, you can't do stuff like that. I mean, he's not joking around. He's Jorge Masvidal. He's a veteran, a journeyman that got all the way up to fight for the belt twice and almost got it. And he had the BMF belt. Like, he's had one hell of a career. But hearing him talk about Justin Gaethje as his next fight, and as a return fight, and I know he prefaced it with, I hope Justin's okay, but I want to fight him when I come back into the UFC. First off, Jorge, you fight at 170. He's at 155. So now you're picking on a small guy who was just flatlined for 7 minutes. 7 minutes on the canvas. That's your call out? You're the former BMF champion. That's embarrassing. Don't do that, Jorge. Now, Israel Adesanya's back in the news, calling the Australian fans racist. What? Okay, so I'm not dumb enough to think racism doesn't exist in the world. It does. It absolutely does. But the reason the Australian fans cheered Strickland over Adesanya is authenticity. Strickland showed them who he was. He's a flawed human that is the underdog. It was like when Rocky, in the movie Rocky, when he got the Russian fans to love him. You go to enemy territory and you show them who you are, and you show you can't not like it. It has nothing to do with skin color or race. And then authenticity is the thing that people really resonate in people they're watching on TV. They want to know what they see is real. Whether they like it or not, they want to know it's who they are, even if they're flawed. And Israel shows you fakeness. Fake, fake, fake. He says he's China. He says he's from Africa. He says he's from New Zealand.
This is my African brother right here. Let's go. What's up? Let's go. Yeah. What's up? Get you gonna do? Yeah, my African brother. Yeah, my African brother. What's up?
I'm African, but I ain't no brother of yours, son.
Let's go. You my for real. I'll show you the.
So what are you saying to everybody in New Zealand? What are you saying?
Like, what is it, bro? You're just like, we can see you're pandering. Nobody likes pandering, and that's what it is. It has nothing to do with his race. I don't think anyone cares, or I'm sure there's people that do, but most people these days, this whole racial divide, it's a manufactured line that is being drawn between politicians are using this to separate us so that they can, once they divide everybody throughout the world, it's so much easier to control. Don't let them do it. Israel, do not use race as a reason. It's not. And I'm not saying there isn't some racism. There is. But to allege it when it's not there is almost worse than racism itself. I'm not going to lie. I was surprised when I saw that Polyana Viana is dating Alex Pereira. I'm not going to lie. If these two had a baby, it might be a superhuman baby. You want to talk about genetic engineering? You have an athlete and probably one of the most gorgeous women I've ever seen with Alex Pereira, who's just a complete freak of nature. I hope they have a kid just to see what happens. I mean, yeah, it could. Yeah, that's insane. But I did laugh at how she kind of trolled Jamal Hill a little bit on TikTok. Your boyfriend just flatlines him, go for it. So, hey guys, I hope you enjoy the channel. Just subscribe, it helps me out, and I will keep these things coming. I also want a big thanks to V-Chain. They gave me some incredible access to UFC Performance Institute, fighters, tickets. So I was able to really experience this whole thing. I got to go to Power Slap, which is crazy. I'm going to do a whole Power Slap video. I'm trying to get Turk Daddy Slim to come on the show with me. And I'm also trying to reach out to Wolverine. But I'll be honest with you, the slap fighters, not the most active guys when it comes to messaging, social media. I'm not trying to bag on them, but I don't know that they're the smartest guys in the world. Although Dibble might be, the heavyweight. That dude's a badass. All right, guys. Thanks, and have a good day.